7 months after the presidential election, Hillary Clinton remains as unpopular today as she was right after the 2016 race. A new poll by Gallup finds just 41% of Americans view her favorably. That's the same number that felt that way in December. Meantime, we're learning that the Democratic National Committee raised just $4 million last month, making it their worst May on record for fundraising since 2003. Compare that to the Republican National Committee, which raised nearly $11 million during that same period, setting a new post-presidential record. So I'm going to start with you, Marie. So lowest amount of fundraising since I was in high school. The problem with Hillary Clinton right now is she hasn't gone away.
I agree.
She's still campaigning. She's still doing interviews. In order for people to miss you and to be nostalgic for you, you have to leave. You have to actually do something else. She's still on the campaign trail. Her daughter is vociferously tweeting in a way she didn't even do when her mother was running for president. I think it's absolutely bizarre. I've said that many times on air, and I actually think it's really hurting your party.
I think, and I've said this many times on air too, I do not think Hillary Clinton is the future of our party, and I would like her to be much less vocal and less public.
Have you called her to tell her that?
I'm not sure she'd take my calls right now.
Have you given her the maps of the woods to send her back?
But I think that our party, and you know, speaking about what we were just talking about Nancy Pelosi, building on that, we need to figure out who the leaders are. And one of the excuses Pelosi supporters have used for a long time is that she is a good fundraiser. Clearly, we are not hitting our fundraising marks. Clearly, we need new leadership. And that comes from people, like I said, the good Joe Crowleys, the Tim Ryans, the Seth Moultons, the Kirsten Gillibrands of the world.
Look at the example of Georgia, though. It's not just about the fundraising and the money.
No.
It's about the content of the message and the ability for the messenger to reach the public without cussing at them. And don't pretend like that's not offensive, because it really is.
Well, Georgia,
but just to interject in this, it's also historically unprecedented for you not to be able to channel the momentum into votes, especially in special elections like this. Normally, there is historically referendums on presidents that are just recently elected. I believe in every special election except under President Bush after 9/11. So that should be the big warning sign to Democrats right now, that just simply being anti-Trump is not translating to votes.
So I don't think that the glass is totally full or totally empty in terms of Georgia. It is a +9 district. You can't buy 9 percentage points with $25 million. That's just not how it works. You need a message, and that's a lot of Republicans to turn. And a lot of Republicans to turn. Karen Handel, remember, never had to vote on Trump care. It will be very different in 2018 when there are incumbents coming home. Let's say they haven't accomplished everything they promised they would accomplish. Let's say they're still saddled with this Trump care bill, and maybe some people's premiums do go up. Karen Handel isn't a good representative of what Republicans are going to face in 2018 across the, I don't think.
So going back to Hillary Clinton, because I mean, she's had a lot of time to think about this. She's taken a lot of long strolls in the woods with Bill, and I mean, they've had a lot of time to debrief, and I don't understand why they don't look and acknowledge, because we haven't seen much acknowledgement of what the mistakes were and what the failures were and why they happened. Why not look back on those and help share those with the party, help guide the party?
Because that's not what the Clintons are about. Let's call it what it is. The Clinton Foundation was designed to be the money-making arm for the Clintons. Look at Clinton Cash for what it is. Peter Schweitzer wrote about it. We've put this out for years. You know, Harris hit the point earlier that Democrats need to pay attention to. You've lost over 1,000 seats, your state legislatures. You're losing governorships. We've got younger governors like Chris Sununu in New Hampshire, youngest governor in the nation. We continue to grow that base. That is the voting base that will make determinations of state representatives and of course at the congressional level. And that will control the future of either party who wins the lower levels.
That's right.
All right, stay tuned.